So I'm not really sure what I'm cooking tonight. I don't actually feel hungry. So I'm just starting off with a salad and we'll see what I feel like making next. So I'm probably not gonna have the pumpkin or potato because I'm not really that enthusiastic for either one of those. So if you ask, do I want pumpkin or potato? I'm like, no, I don't especially want pumpkin or potato. I want something lighter than that. We don't have a lot of stuff. We don't have pastry to cook a simple pie. I'd rather have like some sort of pie because that's not that heavy. But I'm gonna go with rice, and I feel like grilled cheese. So rice and grilled cheese and salad. I don't know. Does that make sense? I just make a very fast salad. I'm not really that keen on cooking. I've got a headache. I was feeling sick today. I was working extra slow. I had issues with my stomach, and that was interrupting my work this morning, and I got my shift cut in by 2.5 hours as a result. No. It's actually good that I'm doing dinner early because because I have to call someone at 7. I have to call up to 3 people, so that's kind of good. So I think I'll just put a little bit of boiled water because I couldn't be bothered finding where the other pot is. So I'll put a little cup of boiled water, or 2 cups of water. I'll do that now so that I can have some rice cooked in there. But I can't find the small pots. I just dive for those big pots, which annoys people because it annoys me to not have the small pots available. So I'm like, lid kind of smells like dog. So I used to guess measurements for things like rice, but now I actually measure because I used to be like, oh, that doesn't look like enough rice, and I always put a little bit more. So I have no idea what kinds of rice these are. This one is a cup. So roughly, yeah, it's about a cup. So I'll just put the rest in there. Yeah. Alright. But I was saying, it's good that I'm having dinner early because I can make my phone calls. I keep forgetting to call people in the afternoon because it's the afternoon and I'm like, all I ever want to do is watch, like, lay around and think of nothing. too busy thinking of nothing to remember what I'm supposed to call some people about. But this would look really good as mashed. I don't know what I'm doing with all these herbs and things. This would look really good as mashed, but I'm not doing mashed today because I don't always feel like mashed guacamole or whatever it is, mashed avocado. Although I have a penchant for smashed avocado with feta cheese. Doesn't mean that I eat it all the time. But I had this job come up. Someone interviewed me and be like, yeah, you can start next week. And then I was like, I'm not sure if I should pick it up or whether I should keep lounging. It's just that my work runs out all the time. Like it comes in and out of season. I mean, I've been pretty much working pretty well for a while, but it sort of comes in and out of season at times. Not to say that I'm out of work right now, but they keep chopping my hours back. And then I'm like, I could use this as a part-time job, not a full-time job, to have the hours chopped back. And then waste my full-time and then do a second part-time job or something. But it all makes sense inside my head. And then I'll keep the third one as like a 1 day a week and a weekender. So it can work out. I mean, if I chip and change all these different jobs. But I'm not sure if I should do it because right now I'm relaxing. Like it's like, oh, I have to log in to just sit there and do nothing. It's not busy. And so I would hate to pick up another job, find it exhausting, and then stress myself. That's the worst thing I could do. I mean, I thought I could just change my mind if I don't like it, but and hope that there's no repercussions. Because I'm working with a very similar job somewhere else, and I'm like, well, I mentioned it, and they didn't really say, oh, you can't do that, you can't work in the same field and with a different company while you're working with us. So they didn't say that, so I assume that it's okay. Shoot! I just put a knife face down to rinse it of its powder that I put on there, and it got stuck like I sliced into the metal, and I was like, oh, didn't know that could do that. So didn't know that could happen. I mean, what's that? How can a knife slice into metal? That's not much salad. Oops. say this generally isn't enough salad, but it doesn't have all the leaves. Put on in a heap of leaves and things, but we're running dry because we mustn't be growing any leaves. A lot of them suck. This isn't that big. This is for two. I'm like, well, that's not enough, is it? I was saying about work, the last thing I want to do is actually work. And at the moment I'm cruising because I have all these jobs where I'm not actually working that hard. And I was ideally hunting for like a real estate job, something I could do pretty slowly at my own pace. But they don't have any right now. But I think this other job's going to be too fast paced for me, and I'm like, I'm not really seriously into a fast paced job right now. I just want to like do simple things at my own pace. Ideally I want to do just a slow paced job, but I don't know. This one sounds like fast paced, so I figure if I start it and I don't like it, I'll just quit it. It's only going to be a third job to ensure that I reach a good threshold of hours each week, because otherwise I'll miss some weeks. I'll do 6 hours one week, 15 hours next, 20 hours next week, back to 10 hours. And it'd be all weird and disjointed. So I've got this in here. Ew, it's weird looking corn. The worst thing that you can get is a corn that has bugs on the inside. That is the worst thing. That's what I'm working with. I'm going to do myself a favor and eat some of this to help me drain. Just cut it into quarters apparently, and ah. And that's it.